exclusion zone is apparently on fire right now.
Yeah.
My coffee over there.
Some
Good.
24,700 acres of the Chernobyl exclusion zone were on fire on Sunday,
Okay.
which is bad news for the entire area because you're burning plants
Ugh.
and ground and trees that have absorbed all that radiation over the years and putting it back up into the fucking air so it can rain down on everything again.
Ba-da-dum.
Chernobyl V2.
Is our thing almost over, Zach? Let's get this fucking started.
Oh, it's on now.
Yeah, I can't stay here all day.
I can. No, I can't. It's too warm outside.
It's on.
It's up.
People to do things to see.
Like, I can barely hear Andrew again.
Warm weather to be in.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a loud motherfucker.
I can hear
Should
both of
I-
you.
should
That's
I
why
talk
he's
louder? Speak with my chest.
Speak with your chest. Welcome to our podcast. We've restarted this like 14 fucking
Speaking of
times.
lower register.
Speaking of lower register.
There you go. See, we got it.
Your
That's
microphone's in your shirt.
Yeah, mine is not. You can actually hear me.
I don't understand. It's underneath the layer of clothing.
Well, it's right up
Feet
against
away.
it's right up against his larynx though, so it's picking up the vibrations from
Hey,
the
you got
source.
the V-cut girl shirt on.
That's
So
fair.
are we recording? Have we
Yeah.
started this?
Yeah, this is like the 5th time we've started it.
Well, yeah, but is the intro music over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sweet.
Yeah, we know the intro's already fucking gone.
Is it noon yet?
No, I was at an hour.
20 till noon?
Yeah. You guys started with that. And we were all set up, ready to go, and then it died on us.
Took a
So
little
wait.
old shit.
Yeah. What's going on? Taylor's with us today again.
Right.
You said that last time too.
Yeah, I know.
What do you got? So you haven't been here forever. You got something.
I mean, I've been sober-ish
What do you
over 2 weeks now.
What do you mean sober?
I haven't drank alcohol in over 2 weeks.
Not that any of us would smoke weed or anything.
Are you sober?
really
Sober?
drugs.
Sober?
I just haven't been drinking alcohol.
So you're not sober.
Well, I mean, out of all the things I've cut out,
What are you clicking on? Quit clicking shit.
that would be. I mean, if anything's gonna kill me, the drinking will kill me before everything else.
No, you're an asthmatic.
Well, yeah, but I've got that under control. Ain't no way I can control my liver fucking dying.
Take
So-
a hit of your inhaler, hit the
So-
joint, and
The,
the
So-
whole, the whole COVID thing was stressful.
So you realize that the liver can repair itself, right?
Yeah, but not if you're constantly drinking every day.
No, but like your lungs can't repair
Yeah, they
themselves.
can.
No, they can't.
They can clear themselves up. though.
So once you kill your alveolus, they're fucking done. Once you cover them in soot, tar, and ash,
Yeah,
they're
but
done.
that cleans itself out over time.
From
As long,
smoking.
as long as you start before you hit 40.
I thought only girls had alveolus.
They do. Why are you turning sideways? Jesus Christ!
So I can be heard. I don't want to have to.
What you're trying to be
I'm
heard on our
making
mic?
an effort.
Oh Jesus!
Just gotta look straight at the camera. Don't talk to him.
Yeah.
Talk to the people.
Talk to the people. That's
Yeah.
what we need to do.
Stare into the
This
souls
is-
of our
Yeah,
viewers.
it sucks.
Our podcast is just wow. So is it blinking on theirs? What?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with the computer because it didn't do this on our last computer. There's some settings in that computer that are making it blinky.
Why'd you guys switch towers?
It's a better tower.
You still
Apparently
go-
not.
Well, it is. It's
The evidence of the blinky would suggest otherwise.
it has a new NVIDIA graphics card, so I'm guessing there's something.
But
What?
during gaming, it doesn't do any of that crap, right? It's not like it's dropping frame rates and like CPU spikes or anything, right?
No, it's not going to do any of that because it has 36 gigs of RAM.
That's not right.
32.
There
I
it
was gonna
is.
say
32, whatever.
36?
It has 32 gigs of RAM, so it doesn't get overtaxed with anything. So there's something wrong with having two video inputs in this. We only have two video inputs. So one is fine, which was Blinky last time.
There's
You know what we could do?
this graphics card only has two.
No, we're using USBs. We're not going into the graphics card.
Oh, why don't you just hook them directly up to the card?
Because then I'd have to get two DisplayPort adapters, I guess.
Oh,
which costs $10.
I have two
Like
DisplayPort
7 if
adapters.
you get them from Amazon.
$7.
Those are the gold-plated ones with the really nice connectors.
We're just gonna trash you for all of your decisions that you made in the last
No,
couple weeks.
because you guys would think that it would be just as simple as hooking up a DisplayPort adapter, but then I would have to get new micro connections for each of the cameras. They're very expensive.
You mean just the adapters?
No. The adapters are nothing. I think I have one hanging on the wall. We can try it out after. But rearranging it. What time did we go in last night? 1? 12? Wait, I'm fucking talking to you. We didn't go in at 10, you crackhead. Your mom went to bed at 10. She came out here and said hello. Right? And she was all drunked up.
So
And then she wanted me to tuck her in.
Why not bring the old tower back out? I mean, like what's going on with the old tower? Did it get passed to another kid? Or
No, so Nikki has a
sit
computer.
in the house.
Yeah, Nikki has a really good computer, so he built himself before the pandemic happened. But the problem with that was that he has 1080 Ti on his, which still is almost as
Great card.
Considering I have a 1070
well.
that still functions perfectly with every single new game I've played.
That's
I mean,
the-
I would hope a 1080 Ti still works well.
No, it's on par with some of the newer graphics cards I have now, the Ti,
Yeah.
which is crazy
Well,
because
with
it's
the exception of all the extra shit they've added into the graphics cards in the last 2 generations.
the ray tracing and that stuff.
Yeah.
But who gives a fuck about ray tracing?
I mean, people who have it.
I mean, we have it out here now, but
What's in there?
3070
What'd you fucking pay for that? Like $800?
It's
for
probably
this?
computer.
No, you don't pay. No, have you not looked at prices of computers? That's like $1,600.
I don't buy pre-built computers.
Well, you can't afford to do anything other.
Yeah. When you're looking for a graphics card like that, it's cheaper to buy a pre-built than
Exactly.
Seriously?
and buy the cards.
Yeah,
separately.
so that is
Wow, that's fucked up.
that's a $1,400 graphics card
By itself.
by itself.
So the only way for you to actually get a new computer these days is to buy a pre-built one. Is what
So
you're
yeah,
saying.
so
That's fucked up.
what Nvidia does and AMD is they give retail prices because that's a $400 graphics card normally to Dell. So then Dell sells you that graphics card in a pre-built machine for $400. But if you go out and try to buy one yourself, you're on the open capitalist market, and all of a sudden it's $1,400 for that
Well,
phone card.
I mean, that'll certainly make my next computer purchase easier if I don't have to build it, I guess.
A
But
3080 or a 3090 is like $2,000,
yeah, I
top of
know.
the line.
Yeah.
I know, but those that
Why
you,
would you ever get anything over the 70 series of each
No.
generation, though? It's a waste of money, in my opinion.
well, it's
Hell, I've even made a 60 series work for 5 years in the past.
so here's the reason why, because like Nikki's 1080 Ti is on par with that I have in here, and it's what 6-7 years old, so it lasts a lot longer. But anyways,
1070s lasted even longer.
no, I know, but he can play everything on max graphics
Yeah,
right now.
Yes.
I
If
can't,
you like that sort of thing.
My computer's kind of garbage right now.
I don't care.
I
if
thought you
the
got a new
game-
computer.
Amanda's is great. No, she's got a terrific computer. It's my computer that's kind of trash.
What's yours?
I think I'm running a 1660. I just upgraded from a 970.
970 was a great card.
Still have it.
Yeah.
You want it?
No, I got a new computer.
I'll trade you.
Saying everything we got in the house is better than your 1970 GTX 970, right?
Yes.
I'll have to get a new computer sometime this year, though. Or maybe at the latest next year. But I can tell you the computer I've got's not going to last much longer. This is the longest I've ever had a single computer without upgrading anything in it before.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
I
super
know.
expensive.
The hentai games I'm playing aren't running as well as they used to, so I need to upgrade.
The-
Are they really up
The,
to-
the dating sims.
They've upped the graphics that well on those?
Oh my god, dude! I feel like my computer's gonna melt anytime a big old pair of swinging titties
Do
comes
you,
on
do you do your Oculus on there?
No.
On your old one?
We have a standalone Oculus Quest.
Yeah, but you can plug it in the computer and get higher graphics and play the games, the good games.
Yes,
And you don't.
I don't. I have 2 Oculus Rifts that I could plug in, but
They're shit. The riffs are shit
That's
compared to the Quest.
yeah.
The Quest is like fuck. My daughter came over. She was over on the last podcast, and she put on the Oculus, and she had to take it off because she was playing Saints Row. Well, what the fuck was
Walking
it?
Dead, Saints and Sinners.
Saints and Sinners, yeah. So she, in the tutorial, she took it off.
Yeah.
Have you played that?
Why?
I have. It's intense.
Because it was so overwhelming for her,
Oh.
and
That's
she
the
felt
first
dizzy.
experience she ever had, right? With
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta start her off slow. You gotta like go to Google Maps and explore. Overstimulating Walking Dead. That's a great game. But
Well, right off the bat, you're stabbing those tied up zombies in the fucking head in the tutorial. They got to teach you how to play the game, obviously, but it was like, wow. Everybody can still be heard because I took my headphones off.
oh my god, what else is new?
It's because he wears a girl shirt.
How's that? Is that too
Is that
loud?
better?
Good.
That's why me and Taylor should be on the same receiver and you should be on a separate one. So we can turn you up so you don't have to put it on your beard and look like a fucking idiot.
Kind of like it.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I have a buddy.
I can't even fucking look at you now. You just look ridiculous.
Wait, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at my eyes.
Made an Andrew shirt. It was a big hit. It says Andrew. Has his little thing on it where he does his story time. I had a new thing made up last night. I just did not have time to write it all out for you to hate it before you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's operating under the assumption that I'd actually do it again.
Yeah, the first one turned out great. It was amazing.
Say so.
Everybody thought it was good.
I don't.
Sound like it was.
You're the
well
only one.
rehearsed.
You're wrong.
Good acted.
And how many times did it take to get it fucking right?
Two
Two?
or three. It didn't take very long.
It seemed like it took way more tries than that.
It's because you're negative Nancy.
Oh, I guess.
No, you really are. We're walking out of the Roadhouse yesterday, and there's some fucking people in front of us, and they're like, one of them's got a limp, and the other one is fat and slow, right? So we're walking out. We have to follow these people all through the restaurant because we're in the back of the fucking restaurant. We got to follow them all the way to the front door. So I'm like in a hurry, and when I get to my fucking car, it's cold in the Roadhouse first off, so I'm chilly. But they're not moving
That
at a
makes you more of a redneck than calling Texas Roadhouse the Roadhouse.
the Roadhouse. So I'm just kind of pissy that it's going so slow. You've been trapped behind people before, have you never, Taylor?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
And they're going fucking slow. So we come out of the restaurant, and this armada of three fat people are so wide that you have to get around them, but it's hard to get around them. It's not like you can just scoot by them. So I put my hand on my wife, and I kind of push her to one side, and I said, don't say anything. I'm just kind of giving her the let's go. And she doesn't go. And so I fucking just walked past. And she goes, he's pushing me. Your dad was pushing me. Why is he trying to hurry me up? And she didn't understand why I was pissed off when we got back to the car. He's pushing me. Could you hear that? He's pushing me. He's pushing me. I just wanted to bring that up for my wife's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, come on, let's be on the same page here, bitch. He's pushing me.
You make her sound like a frail old woman.
God, no, she's got some, she can move. And she chose not to. With these fucking gelatinous fuckers in front of us. What else you got, Taylor?
What else do I got? I got nothing.
You told me you had stuff to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
That shit is gone now.
Yeah.
I have a buddy Lucas.
New
who,
day now.
He sent us a picture of his nipple yesterday in Discord,
Yeah.
and I offered to pay to get his chest waxed. So we're gonna get his chest waxed tomorrow.
Ooh. Would you like to take the camera and
I would love to take the camera and make sure I film all of it in 4K.
nice. You can certainly do that. That would be great for the podcast.
He is not gonna have a good time. He's not as hairy as Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old Virgin, but he's close.
That was all unscripted, right?
That's exactly what I read, and that sounds like a nightmare. I hope Lucas throws out some expletives. I hope he just gets really
probably
racist.
won't.
I wanted to say the N word, just a string of 10 N words in a row.
It was weird because my daughter over in Seattle, she said that she likes getting her asshole
Leech?
not bleached. So they go in there and they fucking pluck out all the hairs. So they must. I didn't ask for her to describe it because where's the like the dividing line? Like, what point of the taint do you stop?
You don't.
Yeah, so you're plucking pussy hairs out too, right?
Every time I take a shower, I try and pull out at least 10 hairs from my ass crack. Makes things nice. Don't look at me like that without saying anything.
Ow.
You get used to the pain. You kind of like it after a
Alright.
while.
The only other thing that I really wanted to bring up was since Andrew is getting close, he's engaged and he's getting close to getting married. At work, we have this South African. His name is Martinez, and we're sitting around, and he starts he starts reading off Einstein's list. It was very misogynistic that he gave his wife,
His cousin wife.
before he got married, and it was like, don't talk to me when I'm in my office. Don't touch my fucking desk. Don't expect me to satisfy you. That kind of stuff. So what I was thinking, you're not prepared for this, neither am I, is we should come up with ideas for Andrew to give his old lady.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't make eye contact when I'm cutting my steak.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
How are we supposed to come up for ideas for him?
Just anything that you can get, like,
Yeah, but it's his personality. We could suggest 1.5 million things,
Well,
and he could pick 2 of them and be like, "Oh,
well,
okay."
I know, but that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, but it seems like a huge waste of our time.
Well, that's all we're doing right now, Taylor. We're wasting our time.
Dab my forehead with a damp cloth and I'm taking a shit.
Ooh,
See, I've got 2 winners right here.
you really do. Maybe she could bring in a rolled up towel and put it over your shoulders as well while she's dabbing your fucking shit. I like that. I thought of some.
What do you think of?
Like, her crying does not equal your guilt, so she should sob in silence in a different room. Right?
And I'll get yelled at if I were to go leave.
You shouldn't have to get up and leave.
You're right.
If she starts crying or feels like she's on the verge of crying because of something that's going on, she should have to leave into another room and cry in silence. Because you shouldn't have that guilt put on you.
Even if I hear a whimper, I should just start attacking, right? I should go into... I just start seeing red and start beating.
I mean, we can make up a list of these, and then we can provide them to Amanda before you guys get married.
They should go into my vows. They should go into... I should read that up in front
Read
of a
out
crowd
the
of
entire
people.
fucking list. Of
Is it-
The first one on the list is less bitch and more kitchen, bitch. That's the first one on the list. Right when you get up there, do you take this woman to be your wife? And then you do the vows. Less bitching, more kitchen, bitch. That's what you should do. I like that. You don't have one? Did you not have any ideas for your wife? Like, what would you like your wife to, like, the toilet seat is not my responsibility. Learn to use it.
I shit in the shower. I stomp it down the drain.
I
I don't
Waffle
take showers.
stomp that
I
shit
waffle
down
stomp.
I pee it down.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I
It's
sit
like
there,
a
it gives
dirty-
it its target. And it's kind of cool to see the brown kind of go all over the bottom of the fucking shower pan.
Amanda, less complaining from Amanda when I take a shit in the shower with her.
Right. Like, are these solid turds?
Most of the time, no.
No.
Most of the time, it's spraying the wall.
Oh.
Thankfully, I have a shower attachment that
So you can spray it off.
yeah.
Well, maybe she should take the time to clean you up. We do have a friend, and I think we mentioned this on a podcast that happened, but the audio sucked, was that she washes his cock and balls for him while he's taking a shower. So Amanda should definitely be doing that, right?
Can he not reach it? Why isn't he?
Do you take a shower with your old lady
Sometimes.
on a
yeah.
regular?
Not regularly.
Maybe we should make a pact. Here's how we're going to make things are better. You know, with the fucking way things are going with Bezos and all these oligarchs. We're going to make our wives wash our cock and balls every day.
How could we really be living in poverty if we still have someone that
Washes your cock and balls, yeah.
That's how you know you really made it.
You have no ideas for him?
No.
You got any more that you're going to throw down on Amanda?
I'm sure I could think of some.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to come up with a list of these next time.
I think most of them are illegal. I know why. The conversations that I had with Martin were in the 8-inch shear. There's no question in my mind that he's never going to get married.
Is he ever going to have sex?
With 2 volleyball Gonzaga girls at the same time? Absolutely.
With one fat chick that's named Bertha. Helga. Is he ever going to?
Gertrude. I'm going to say, if he really wants to get Ukrainian sex slave,
Right.
like he talks about, because he's going to ship some people over from some of these demolished countries, and I think that he does have a chance.
Yeah.
He'll provide for them. They just have to take care of the garden. They have to cook for him, clean.
Speak when spoken to.
Speak when spoken to.
And
I
if
mean, it makes sense. My neighbor, one of my neighbors, the way he met his wife is her sister met some American guy who came over
Mhm.
and basically
It's-
bought a wife,
Filipino,
Vietnamese,
Vietnamese, okay.
and then she met her new husband's friend, who basically was like, "Oh yeah, get me in on that action." So
Yeah.
she introduced him. He flew over to get her sister,
Wow.
who then was brought to the U.S. and, I mean, had one kid with him, and I mean,
You got to keep them in the basement, right? You can't let them get around other women, right? Like you would want them to go out and get a job.
she has a job
Yeah, well, that's
They
a
can work from
problem.
home.
at a nail.
Ooh,
I
that's
mean, it's-
now with the pandemic, that's a great
it's
idea.
kind of stereotypical because she works at a nail salon,
Wow.
but yeah, she has a job.
What we should do, just to fuck with your neighbor, is we should all wear short shorts, go down and get a pedicure, and let the tip hang out. See if she's
Yeah,
going to be a
that's not-
faithful Filipino woman.
That's not.
Leave a nice smear on the seat.
Well, apparently you're shitting all over the place, so.
I mean, this is the guy who I have never seen him get out of his truck after a day of work without a beer in his hand.
Kinda like you were.
Already opened, already half drank.
Kind of like what you were.
Pour in.
Huh?
Kind of like what you were before you started drinking. Stop drinking.
I've never drank a beer while I'm driving.
Good.
I've never driven
Why is he so serious?
while drunk.
You're so angry. You've never driven while you've been drunk?
Nope.
Wow.
I have never intentionally drove while intoxicated.
But have you
It
driven?
has happened by accident one time.
Well, how does it
back when
accidentally happen?
Well, it was shit. This was 17 years ago. 17 years ago, something like that.
You wake up,
I was
back
over-
and now you're behind the wheel.
I
Doing
was-
90 on the
I was
freeway.
over at a friend's house, and they were using some vaporizer thing, and they're like, "Hey, you want a hit of this?" And I was like, "Okay." And I sat there and I sucked on it for like 10 seconds, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't taste anything. I didn't feel like I was getting anything." So I was just like, "Oh, thanks." I grabbed what I was there to grab, and then I started driving home because I figured, I got the tail end of it. There was nothing in there that's going to do anything for me. Well, halfway home,
Had to pull over.
fucking hit like a tank. 25 miles an hour going down Pines felt like fucking warp speed,
Right.
and it was the most
I'm on the fucking Enterprise.
nerve-wracking experience I've ever had in my life.
You're the
So
most
that was
paranoid.
that was the only time.
What
And it
was in the
wasn't
hookah?
Intentional,
What was in the hookah?
just bud. But it
That's
was
some
it was a vaporizer, so it heats it up without catching it on fire. So the chemicals are evaporating, but the plant material's staying.
So it's even better.
intact.
Why'd you make this motion when you said vaporizer?
Oh, I don't know.
What did they have you sucking on for 10
Wow.
seconds, dude?
It was a suspicious looking
Got into
tube.
this is my vaporizer. You'll
Yeah.
get high off this for sure.
That was
He's
that was a
sucking.
horrible
He's sucking
experience.
heroin come out of somebody's cock, but he doesn't realize it. He was high on heroin.
You must have been at a real low point in your life, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Fucking heroin cock. Wow, it's salty. Yeah, I don't get anything out of this. Oh, fuck. I can't drive. I can't drive. Down Pines.
Yeah,
Huh?
it sucked.
17 years ago.
Yeah,
How old are you now?
I'll be 36 in September,
So you're 19?
something like that.
Oh.
I mean, I moved over here when I was 18.
Have you never sucked on a...
Dick.
No, not a dick. Something like that, where it gets you so high that you're
You're
buddy
done? Give me edibles, buddy.
Well, I mean, obviously I wasn't done. I made it home.
Oh, you did make it home.
Yeah, I didn't pull over and just dump my car somewhere. I stuck it out through the experience and drove fucking
Well,
home.
good for you.
And then when I got home, I went into the bedroom and fucking passed out from the stress.
Good. So you've never had an experience where you had to just say, I can't fucking drive home.
No, because everywhere I've lived since I moved to Spokane, I've always been within walking distance of a bar. When I
No, I'm
first-
talking about even being high.
Well, but that's.
Yeah,
I mean, when I was smoking, I didn't do it outside of my comfort zone. Like that occasion where it happened, I was there to pick up a baggie and go home. I didn't expect it to happen. I just always did it in the comfort of my own home, so I would never have to.
Okay,
risk
but we're not
that
talking. I'm
situation
not talking about
popping
driving
up.
now. What about you, Andrew? Ever been so high? You said edibles.
Yeah, I had a friend give me a Rice Krispie treat and swore that it didn't have any weed in it, and
What a
I got-
buddy.
I had. I'm not gonna disclose that. Not that I will watch this, but
Cody?
No.
Fucking
there's
Cody.
no one I hang out with now.
Okay, he's number 4 on the
Anymore.
list, by the way.
Who, Cody?
Yeah.
Cody's number 1.
Oh, who was the guy who was number 4?
Lucas.
Lucas, number 4. To
Yeah.
be determined is number 3. I saw that.
No, but he gave
You're
me.
the second on your list? Dude, you're not that fucking funny.
Well, you just moved down a spot. Correct?
Yeah, well, I was already 13th.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
I was already fucking 13th.
No, he gave me a Rice Krispie treat, and it kicked in on my way home, which I didn't live too far from him at that time, and it was awful. You're never more paranoid than when you're behind the wheel when you're high.
Oh.
It's miserable. But you got to make sure you do the speed limit. Never commit 2 crimes at the same time, right?
What?
Is what they say. Never
Yeah.
commit 2 felonies.
What if
at
you're
the
like
same time.
3? Yeah, 3. You're jacking off high, driving over the speed limit.
Well,
Fuck.
Jacking off while driving is a gray area.
Well, that's what cruise control's for.
Oh,
They always say don't use it in the cities, but if you want to fucking make sure you're not speeding,
Yep.
click that cruise control
I
on.
ne-
and
I
just
never
let it
thought about
ride.
that.
That's why I wanted.
That's a good
Tesla.
idea.
I use my cruise control every day. Every time I drive. If I'm going down a 25-mile-an-hour road, I set it to 25. Don't have to worry about speeding. When I'm going down Trent, I set it for a few miles per hour above the speed limit and just let it go. I don't
Especially with
even
the-
worry about
The
it.
12 keys of coke in the back because
Our,
you really don't want to speed when you've got that much drugs.
our car, and I didn't think about that. I can drink and drive now because I have hands-free driving.
You should buy a couple hands, from a sex shop, and then put them
Ooh.
on the wheel because I know you have to touch the wheel
Every 15 seconds. You have to, so you just have to
But
leave your hand on
Is
there.
it detecting the pressure of your hands around the wheel, or is it detecting the electrical impulses that
It's
your
a-
hands,
it-
your body gives off?
So when it beeps, I just give it a squeeze.
So it's based on pressure.
I'm guessing it's pressure, yeah. So I could just manipulate them fuckers on there. Maybe, yeah, it's a great idea. Then I will never have to do it.
Try wearing gloves and see if it still works.
I'm gonna give that a shot as soon as I get done here.
So you can bait and drink.
Rubber
I can put
gloves
rubber gloves.
because they won't let the
Electrical
Conductivity.
impulse. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go suck on a bong dick. That's what I'm gonna do. Take bong jizz in my mouth and get really high, and then I'm gonna drink as much salted caramel whiskey as I possibly can and go drive my car.
That's another good idea for Dolash.
What?
Bong jizz dick.
Bong jizz dick.
Bong jizz dick. Yes.
What if do they already have bongs that look like dicks?
I'm sure. Oh, they have to. There's
I
no
have
way
no
that they
idea.
don't.
Well, like a vagina. Vagina. It'd be
Kind of
it'd,
tastes fishy.
it'd be gross. It'd be better if it was an asshole.
I don't know. I think bongs have kind of fallen out of style.
Really?
Back in like the 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s, everybody was like, oh yeah, check out my bong or my little water pipe and all this stuff. But now you can walk into a fucking store
Mhm.
instead of some shady ass wooded area behind the gas station, and you can browse for stuff like that.
Browse for
And-
stuff like what
Buy
bongs?
$10
Weed products.
Oh.
you can walk into any of these stores and like 90% of the shit that's in there is either edibles or it's cartridges that you hook up to an e-cig battery and use that way. I mean, most of these places, from what I've seen, they like barely stock like the plant material anymore because most people tend to prefer the extracts because it takes combustion out of the equation. And I mean, I don't want to say it's healthier for you, but it's more a streamlined process. Whereas before, you had to go get your bud, then you had to, clean out your pipe or your water bong, change the water, then you had to load it up,
Right.
smoke it.
And we know that people who smoke pot are fucking lazy. So
Well, I'm just saying it streamlines the process when all you have to do is, grab your e-cig, go out in the garage and fucking have a hit in one because it's all
Right.
concentrated shit now. I mean, it's a more, like I said, a more streamlined process. And
it's easier.
there's less that's involved with it now versus, when we were in high school.
Right.
The process is just easier to get from, I want to do this, and now I'm doing
How
this.
many times have you smoked out of a can?
Oh, back in,
Aluminum
Think
can.
about
Back in
all the
high
things you're
school?
doing now that are healthy for your body.
oh yeah, I
And
used
think
to,
about the plastic and metal that
Yeah,
you
but
know, you were
yeah.
when worse
Yeah.
came to worse, you'd use an apple.
apple. Yeah, back in
Talk
high
about
school,
fucking
a lot of guys used apples.
Yeah, it's healthy as fuck. You're getting your vegetables for the day.
Vegetables.
Yeah,
It's a fruit.
you're getting your fruit for the day.
You weed MacGyvers.
Well, you had to do what you had to do back then.
Well, my buddy used to smoke weed on the bus in high school,
Right.
and he had this. It was literally a pen,
Mm-hmm.
and you just unscrew one end, take the insides out, attach it to the other end, which it already had a little bowl, so it had like one hit worth of weed in it. So on the bus, he just fucking light that up, shake the little bit of shit left out the window, take it all apart, hook it back up, and it looked just like a.
How addicted are you when you're like 15 years old and you fucking created your own weed pipe so there's no smell and everything?
Yeah.
At 15.
Did
Talk
you
about
guys have-
fucking MacGyver.
Did you guys have dogs that come through and sniff your lockers for drugs
No.
and all that?
No.
Not
Because
while
I used
I
to-
was in high
All the
school,
time at my school.
but after I left, meth got to be a huge problem in
Yeah.
my hometown. So yeah, they started bringing dogs in on almost a weekly
So
basis.
how did you avoid that, Andrew? When you snuffed the pot up your ass, did you put coffee grounds up there too?
You know how they bury like a dog carcass 3 feet above like an actual human corpse?
Mm-hmm.
I used to just boof a dead rabbit.
Oh, good idea. Good
And
idea.
so the dog would pull out the dead rabbit.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even worry about the
drugs
meth-
in your
meth
asshole.
right underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be easier for
It
me.
was-
Like I could do a hamster.
It was yeah.
A rabbit's kind of big. That's just what
You
I'm
got to
saying.
make sure it's plugged, and I have a pretty wide hole,
Right.
so
It's from all the anal training that he's been doing lately.
Yeah.
yeah, I can go up to a medium-sized zucchini right now.
Really?
All the way up in Spain.
You might be able to, Zach, you might be able to train him a little bit more.
I've actually farted 5 times on the podcast, but you guys probably haven't been able to hear it
Today.
Yeah.
today.
I could smell it. We were in here last night, and a silent one came out from him, but he didn't want to let me know. And I said, "Did you fart in here? Did you fucking fart in here? Did you fucking fart in here?" And he goes, "Yeah, I farted." It's like, what the fuck, dude? That's rank. You gotta let a brother know. When it comes out like that, you gotta let a brother know. You can't fuck around and throw down a bomb like
Nah,
that.
see, as far as I'm concerned, if it's silent, you got to let the other people just pick up on it when it
Yeah, but not when
impacts.
not when it's chalky in the mouth.
But
If it hits you and it's chalky in the mouth, you just laid that bomb and it's chalky in the mouth, you got to let somebody know. You can't,
But, I
because
mean,
it could do some damage to them.
there's a difference between just kind of letting one out and nobody noticing and being able to like take pride in the fact, like just
No, that's fine.
lifting one cheek and just like fucking like vibrating the entire
that's
room
cool.
when that shit comes out.
And that's cool.
That's something you can take pride in.
You really can, but
And it doesn't matter what it smells like after that, because if you did it right, it'll be glorious, regardless.
This is because you're an asshole. But when it's a WMD and it comes out your asshole,
After dinner dessert.
weapon of mass destruction, right? Like his was last night. That's when you got to say, dude, we need to evacuate. You just got to give the guy a heads up. If it's like bitter and it hurts, it stings the nostrils a little bit, that's okay. But not his shit last night, man. It started doing that. Did you fart in here? It was like, motherfucker. He didn't answer me. I thought we had a gas leak in the garage. I did. That's what I told him. You got to let a brother know. You got to let a brother know. But he didn't. So, yeah, I can take solace in what you're saying, Taylor, if it's not horrible. Take pride in it.
But if it's not horrible, no one will notice it, probably.
No, if it's bad, but his was fucking.
But if it leaves a musk
If it
in
hurts,
the air,
if it hurts,
if it stings in the eyes.
if you immediately can taste it, then you got to let somebody know. Somebody could drop. I damn near dropped. I honestly thought we had a gas leak last
Fucking
night.
get a can of Febreze.
There is Febreze right there. If you look right over there, there's a dead can and there's another one. And that's probably for him. His brother's the worst. He won't let you know. And it's like he saves his fucking farts for the car, too. His brother is the fucking worst. Zach, is this true? Nikki only farts in the car.
Make sure you're going through like a car wash or something with the four of you and really let one out.
Nowhere to escape.
No, he's an asshole. And he does it all the time. He waits like getting done from the roadhouse. It was when it's silent. Oh, it's nasty. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on our podcast. Next time, I hope we have something better.
I mean, we talked
Music out,
constantly
Zach.
for an hour and a half. I mean, how horrible could this have been?
I'm super stoked that the one charge lasted the whole time. So super stoked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's nice.
I'll give you some content
What's
to
it
put on
at now?
TikTok. Someone getting their chest waxed.
What's it at
Up.
now? 7%. So we would have had to wrap it up almost immediately, anyways. What do you want these on the table?
Get Rust going. I'm a hankering to play Rust. I just downloaded it again.